Imagine you got a cluster with some powerful GPU nodes and some regular ones, and you only want your AI workloads like this Python app to run on the GPU nodes only. Or maybe you want to separate dev and production workloads. This is exactly where Kubernetes Node Selectors comes in. They help you control where your workloads run. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Nikhil Kumar. In this video, we will have a look at Node Selector, a simple way to control where your pods get scheduled. By the end of this video, you will be able to schedule a pod on a specific node based on the labels. So let's get started. So this is our Kubernetes cluster. So we have a 2 node in this particular cluster. Now let's label one of our node. To set a label for the node, we can use a command kubectl label and the nodes and the node name. For now, I am going with the rk2-agent1 node and specifying the label, that is disk type equal to SSD. So now the label got added to that particular node. If we want to see the information about that node, we can use a describe command. So kubectl describe node and the node name, that is rk2-agent1, and we can see the labels in this particular description. We can see this is the label which we have added just now, and some of the labels which is being added by default by the Kubernetes itself on the basis of the operating system. So as you can see, I just labeled the worker node with the type disk type. This key value label helps us match the pod to the nodes. So now let's create a pod to deploy on this particular node using the node selector. So let me clear the screen and let's create one file, that is pod-NodeSelector.yml. So as you're aware, we need to use the API version at the starting, that is v1 kind equal to pod metadata and then name, and we are giving a name nginx-ssd. Then we need to specify the spec, and under this we need to specify the containers. So here I am going to give a name, that is nginx, and the image is also nginx. Now we need to use a keyword called node selector. Node selector, it should be camel case, and here we need to specify the label of the node. So just now I added a label, that is disk type SSD. Now it will select the node which is having this particular label, that is disk type equal to SSD. Now our manifest file is ready. Let's apply this kubectl apply -f pod -node selector.yml. The pod got created. Let's verify this. Our nginx-ssd pod is running, and if we want to see on which particular node it's running, so we can use the option -o wide, and we can see it's running on the agent 1. Why? Because we have used the node selector. So if we describe this, so basically the node selector field tells the scheduler only place this pod on the node that match this label. If in case there is no matching node, then what happens to the pod? The pod will remain in the pending state. Node selectors are basic but very effective. For more complex matching like matching condition or stop preferences, we use node affinities, which I am going to cover in my upcoming videos. That's it for today. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more content like this. And if you missed the previous videos on my Kubernetes series, I will add a link in the description. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.